All right.
This weekend has been literally the worst.
Well, readjusting to day shift.
Yeah. Not like I'm on the zones, I'm in the time zones that I need to be in, the time frames. This is miserable. Like, I have not felt this shitty since I tried to stay awake and was falling asleep while standing up.
Yeah, that watch life.
I got watch tomorrow.
All right, I'm back,
All right.
and we're
Pizza
live.
ready.
All
Hi.
right, I can put the game down.
Ouch. My head hurts.
All right, well, this is Military Gaming Podcast, episode 19. We're going to go ahead and get the show started with the intros.
Mm.
One of you.
Yep, you know what it is. Damon X22 gaming out here doing things.
Kenshin. I'm tired. This is probably one of the worst weeks I've had.
It can be worse.
Yeah, I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one.
Yeah, this Tony, the host. Yeah, check us out. SoundCloud, YouTube, Twitter. All right. So, what games is everybody playing?
I just started Persona 5 and Players Unknown. I guess technically Hearthstone, and I've been switching between that and Overwatch 2.
All right.
So I just ran through the campaign for Injustice 2. I'm gonna keep playing that for my multiplayer fighter. First person shooter, Players Unknown, and I've been dabbling in Prey for my single player. I just recently got the Surge, and I play that on and off as I feel the need to get into some like Dark Soulsy stuff without playing Dark Souls. It's just, and it's an interesting setting also. Like to see it every now and again. But that's what I'm doing.
All right. So I've been playing Mario Kart, been playing Players Unknowns, of course. I just started up Zelda. I was going to play that tonight. I actually might still play it, so you guys might be hearing it, but we'll see. Um, Ghost Recon, Wildlands. I still been going in and out. That's gonna take a while. I started back near Automata, so yeah, that's what I've been playing.
That's what's up.
All right, so first topic, which I think I'm probably the only sports person. I was hoping the other Chris can be in here, but Tom Brady is going to be on Madden 2018 cover.
Madden 2018.
Yeah.
Coming in 2028.
Yeah, but the reason why this is a big deal, I'm the only Madden person in here besides the other Chris, which he's not here. And as many people know, is that there's a thing called the Madden curse, and pretty much everybody who's been on a Madden cover since 2002 has either been injured or had their worst season ever when they've been in the league. So a lot of people are speculating like that either Tom Brady is going to be the next victim or he's going to be the person to actually break the curse.
Yeah. Based on that whole dilemma, the nonsense with the concussion, non-concussion thing that he apparently went through. If anything, it's going to be a curse. I don't have any faith in that. It's going to be a congruent up, I'm injured, and that's a wrap.
So you think the curse is going to live?
Yeah, I definitely think that it's going to continue. Like we've already seen signs of it, like, and especially with things like that. Like it's just building up to some negativity. I just feel it. He may be able to pull out though somehow, but I don't know.
I don't know. As much as I hate Tom Brady and all the New England fans, I honestly think that Tom Brady could be the one to break the curse. I have a little bit of faith, and it's probably gonna be like a wager. Like it's gonna be very big in Vegas. A lot of people are gonna wager on this because, as you know, Tom Brady he's getting older, and it just seems like he's getting better. Like he's not supposed to win a Super Bowl going on 40. That's just not supposed to happen.
Yeah, I guess that wisdom, that experience playing the game, he just got it, and he's maintaining his skill. So, I mean, like, what can you say? He's managing somehow. I mean, but there's been other athletes that have played like close to their 40s ish, I guess, and have done decently. So,
but they wasn't on the cover.
Oh, I mean, yeah, that's true. That's true.
That's the thing. Like that. Like a lot of like I don't know if you remember, which you probably don't, but it's like 6 or 7 years ago. Peyton Manning was going to be on the cover of Madden, and his coach denied the request. It's like, no, he's not going to be on the cover. That's how strong this Madden curse is.
Like, wow, it's a thing, like a real thing.
Yeah, it is.
Wow, that's actually really interesting that it goes so far. It's like people like, nah, we're not going to allow that to happen.
Yep.
I mean, it's kind of like in the culture of sports, especially sports like football, like not necessarily believing in curses, but like bad omens, just negativity, things that could bring you down. You just generally don't want to associate with that. And a couple different places. Like I know, like back in the day when I used to play basketball, like way back in the day, it was like 6th grade, and our coach at the time, like he never let us practice on certain days. Like he was just like, nah, we're not going to practice today. I don't know why he did it. I don't really remember, but he was just like, nah, it's a bad day. Just trust me. I'm just like, what? You know, and turns out that like one of my friends, or used to be friends at least, his son, he was just like, yeah, no, like he had a bad game one time, messed up his leg, never played again, type stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Just like everybody has those things. It's crazy that like major, big time NFL like coaches is over here believing in these things. Like it goes all the way up.
Yeah, I mean, it happens a lot of sports. There's a lot of superstitious thing that goes on in sports. Like Notre Dame, they hit the wall before they go on the field. Not all of them, all the superstitious things work because Notre Dame hasn't been good in years. But it's
tradition. It's like a part of the sport now.
Yeah.
Like, and yeah, I can definitely see why people would be a little concerned about this and why it's like even a topic in the first place. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. But based off historic trends, I mean, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I remember when Mike Vick got on there. That's like, oh, Mike Vick is going to break the curse. He got hurt. Then the dog thing happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember people thought Ray Lewis was going to break the curse. Nope, broke his neck.
Yeah.
I was like, man, like people you didn't think. Eddie George, he's like he went on Madden. Kurt, he went on Madden. Then he got retired the next year because he got her injured.
Yep.
I'm like, man, it's just bad. We'll see though. Yeah. It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be interesting. Now that it's like a thing and we done brought it up in this discussion, I'm gonna actually start tracking that because I want to see what happens. Just so I could be like, wow, like this is a real thing to be afraid of.
Yeah. I mean, he hasn't failed yet.
Yeah.
All right. So speaking of covers, we're going to talk about Shaq is going to be on NBA 2K. So
on one of their covers, yeah, I was reading like articles about that.
Yeah, so they're gonna have 2 covers. There's gonna be a Legend edition and just a regular.
No, it's a Legend edition and Legend edition Gold.
Oh, that's what it's called. Okay.
Yeah. I'm looking at this Forbes article. I'll send it to you here.
Yeah, I couldn't
But yeah,
remember what it's. Yeah, but yeah, this is gonna be another interesting thing with Shaq having both jerseys. One is gonna be a Miami Heat jersey, and the other one's gonna be in the Lakers.
yeah. I think the biggest thing, at least that from what I got from like a couple articles that I've read, is this could like be like a starting thing, like bringing back some of the older people, especially if they come out with these legend editions consistently. Where and gameplay wise, you can relive some of their key moments and try and like redo like the same things that they did, type stuff. Kind of like
Yeah,
they did the same thing with football a while back. Man, I can't remember which one it was. Where like you had to like relive, like I think it was college.
it's like,
God, what was it? It was some anyway. Long story short is like they referenced like a lot of people's like starting out like doing really well in sports, whatever, not making the game changing scores and stuff like that. Like, and it's interesting because it could bring a lot of people that I won't say may or may not be more deserving, but are definitely up there and should get like some kind of notice.
yeah, I think 2K kind of got it off from WWE. Because if you play WWE over like last 10 years, they have like a Legends mode where you actually but oh, by the way, 2K do own WWE now. So that's
Oh
probably
well,
another thing.
yeah,
But yeah, you could play like legends like Stone Cold Steve Austin, like play all his biggest matches, or like DX, or they had, remember the Monday Night Wars between
yeah,
WWE and WCW, like that type of stuff. So it does make sense that since they did that with WWE, that and now that they own the franchise, to do it with NBA 2K.
yeah, and it could definitely be big. It could be huge. There's a lot of like legends to pull from. You got like Wilt Chamberlain. I mean, and you can even do more recent people like freaking Allen Iverson stuff,
Oh yeah,
freaking Vince
yeah.
Carter. Like, there's a lot of people they could pull from to have these like a Legends mode type of thing, and it'd be really great.
You know what they could do with Vince, man, is like have an achievement where you have to do like all these like NBA dunks, that dunk contest,
Yeah,
and then having one when he was at USA the Olympics and then jumped over that 7 foot dude.
yeah.
Like that
See, and
should be.
that's the kind of stuff that like it sparks interest in the series. You know what I mean? Like, and then all the people that are already fans, like it just gives them more to go for. Like, they'll maintain that fan status because like you're hitting all the wickets. Like if you're a fan of basketball, you're talking about the greats. You get to relive those moments, and then all the new stuff going on. If they can keep up with that and maintain it, like it'd be pretty straight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. In this Forbes article, I was reading that because obviously, like Shaq and Charles Barkley do like the hosting thing where they talk on the guy. I can't remember what it's called, but they talk basically about basketball, whatever not. Charles Barkley was holding out on stuff because he wants to set up a fund for retired players, I guess, to try and support. But 2K wasn't down for that. So he is not going to be featured, I guess. Like that's kind of something weird, especially considering Charles Barkley's career, like back in the day. Like he'd be another one.
Yeah, he would. And he's very famous on TNT.
Exactly. Like it'd be perfect. He's not only current, but he's a living legend. Like it's pretty good. That I can see why they pick Shaq. Like he's not like a new blood, but he isn't like retired and out of the game like completely. You know what I mean? So yeah. There's a lot of great picks. But yeah, we'll just have to wait and see what happens.
Yeah. Oh, I know you don't pay attention to that. Long, got anything?
Nope.
But you like watch lacrosse and stuff like that?
I don't even watch that. I don't have internet. I don't have cable. I don't watch the internet.
I don't think Kenshin-san is a sports connoisseur.
Shut the fuck up.
But nah, it's all good. It's all good. To each his own. We all got different things, you know.
Yeah.
You still ain't shit though. But all right.
Say
But,
that. Where's your win?
I still remember some female at work. It was like 2 years ago. She came to me. She's like, I didn't know like gamers watch sports. I was like, huh?
Who? What?
I'm like, what kind of stereotype is that?
See, yeah, she
Yeah,
obviously doesn't understand the gaming culture. I mean, all sports are games. Like the very definition, like of sports, like they're all games that are played. So, like to think that gamers don't pay attention to other games, like what?
I think she, like, back in the day, it's like, oh, you're that fat guy that's sitting in the basement all day eating Cheetos. Don't go
We didn't get
outside.
very far from that. Just let's be honest, we didn't get very far from that.
I mean,
did. You still go out.
exactly. Like, look, you still go out and explore and go on adventures and mess up your drone and like, you still go do stuff, snowboard,
making your
you know what I
dancing
mean?
videos.
Well,
I'm
I mean,
pretty sure that takes hours out of your day.
the point is
Yes.
that you definitely do more than just game. So, like, to have that stereotype, I don't feel like that should even exist anymore. Like, really?
Like people think gamers don't even watch movies, TV shows. Like we just
We're people too, basically, though.
Yeah, it's our hobby. We have a hobby, but we like to do other things.
Yeah, some people's hobby is Pretty Little Liars. Other people's hobby is snowboarding. Some people.
You say Pretty Little Liars.
Yeah, I definitely said that. I know people that like all they watch is Love and not Love and Basketball, but like the hip hop love shows, and then like way back when Flavor Flav did that little dating thing, like all that kind of drama nonsense. There's people out there that's what they like.
Hey, that Flavor of Love ain't no drama nonsense. That was the shit.
All right, so I definitely watched it, but I was branching out. All right, I was getting outside my comfort zone at the time. All right, I was trying to learn new things.
Hey, that shit. As much as I get on my wife about watching like all that ratchet shows, Flavor of Love was definitely a good one.
I'll have to admit, Flavor of Love. Like, it's probably because it was like the first original. Well, not original, because you did have like way back, like Making the Band and all the other like real. Live simulation, whatever shows of friends doing things.
I think it was more because all the nicknames stuck. Like as soon as they left the show, they all got called their nicknames.
Yep.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
Like you didn't call Boots her real name. You just like, hey, Boots.
Yeah.
Or New York. Hey, New York.
Yep.
Like I think that's what it was. It's kind of like Friday. Like you don't call people their real name. You don't call like now a little bit now you call Mike Elson and Cat Williams their real name, but at the time you're just like, hey, Day.
Yep.
Like I think that's what it was.
Yeah, it was just a craze. It just took like hold back in the day.
Yeah.
Nowadays it's just too much. I feel like it's drama for the sake of.
Yep.
And
too much.
I can't get behind that. But we're getting like way off topic here.
Yeah. It happens all the time. All right.
Every podcast.
I know. I blame Long.
It is my fault somehow.
Yeah. All right. So one of our main topics, which I wanted to talk about last podcast, but I forgot. So Phil Spencer, kind of in my words, says single player is not that as important as it used to be. So Xbox brand is pretty much going to focus on multiplayer games, probably co-op also. But I want to get what you guys think about Phil Spencer, or if anybody don't know what's going on.
What about him?
All right, so you didn't hear it. So Phil Spencer was interviewed, and the question was what he thought about single player games, and he came out as like, "Hey, single player games are not that important. Even though, because someone asked about Horizon Zero Dawn, the success of Horizon Zero Dawn, and about Zelda, about how they got critically acclaimed games now, and they were. I don't know if they were trying to troll them or if they were just asking like an actual like good question, but they pretty much asked them where's like Xbox's like single player like great single player experience because all their good games have been pretty much multiplayer.
So I'm looking at something. This is now I'm not going to say that this website is legit acclaim because this is the first time I've actually been to this website, but these are apparently words from him in
Mm-hmm.
a nutshell. So the audience for those big story-driven games, I won't say it isn't as large, but they're not as consistent. You'll have things like Zelda or Horizon Zero Dawn that'll come out and they'll do really well, but they don't have the same impact that they used to have because the big service-based games are capturing such a large amount of the audience. Sony's first-party studios do a lot of these games and they're good at them, but outside of that, it's difficult. They become more rare. It's a difficult business decision for those teams. You're fighting into more headwind. So I can understand his point of view in the sense that, yeah, like Sony, like a lot of their games are story-based games. Like they kind of like have the market on good story-based games. A lot of games that come out on PC, like that are story-based games, like eventually or otherwise, are really good story-based games. You just don't really see that coming from the Microsoft side of the house. So it's a lot harder business-wise to sell putting, like look at what happened to Scalebound. Like, I mean, it may possibly be coming back according to
Yeah, I
rumors
was
or
gonna say
whatever.
that
But
game
like,
might not be dead.
yeah, maybe. But I hope it's not, because then it would bring forth a little competition, and then Microsoft would like have a lot more like reason to, and I hope everybody buys it. Like, heck, I might even pick up a copy of the game just to freaking pick up a copy of the games to support, like, so that there's more competition to maintain the standard of high quality story driven games. You know what I mean? And to show that it can come out on all consoles, because I don't want it to just be like a very specific thing that like, hey, you get a little piece of the game and then we'll sell you all the DLC later, like pull it an EA type thing. Like, if that doesn't need to happen to story games, story based games at all.
Mm-hmm.
But I could see it happening if there's one company has all of the like literally all the leverage, and I can understand that point of view is all I'm saying. But
So I can agree with him also, um, but I don't really like multiplayer games like that. I prefer my single player games, but I do like having a multiplayer game on the side. So if I want to jump online and play against other people, I will. But my only issue is as a consumer, I wouldn't like that. But thinking of it as to his point, as a business person, it's the smartest thing right now because it's not like Microsoft this generation hasn't came out with single player experiences. It's just that the Xbox community as a whole do not care about single player games like that. Not like PlayStation guys. A game like Yakuza, Persona 5, um, other like as they say niche games would not.
Final Fantasy,
Yeah, Final
niche,
Fantasy.
Final Fantasy.
I'm just saying, any of those Japanese games would not survive if it was just Xbox. And that's kind of thing going back to Scalebound. That's why I think it's canceled because they realized like, hey, we spent all this money, they took all this time, and we don't think this is going to be successful anyway. So we just wasting time and money. And I think that's the reason why, because their fans do not care about this stuff. They care about the multiplayer games. Like
Well,
Matt, what you about to say?
well, I was gonna say, like, I feel like they kind of did that preemptively. They didn't really like, they just looked at the money that was being spent immediately, and then based off the math off of other historical things, they was just like, nah, not feeling it, cutting it. But they should have gave that game a chance. I mean, like, it was building similar hype to Horizon.
Yeah, it
You know what I
was.
mean? Like even I was like, man, I might have to pick up an Xbox to play this game. You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
I would have had to buy an entirely different console to play the one game, and I was actually considering it because it seemed like it was going to be legit. And even if it had its issues, I would have enjoyed it for what it was and then moved on, unless it was completely broken, you
Hmm.
know. But like the story seemed somewhat solid. Like the idea of it, the gameplay from what I saw was like, yeah, it was a little off, but I mean, it was like alphas or whatever, pre-alphas, all that nonsense. I'm
Yeah,
like, all right, I can get behind this. I don't know what the heck they be thinking sometimes, man. Like, come on, like it's not necessarily about the money. Like you gonna ruin the community by doing that. You're gonna ruin everything. Like you gotta take those chances, those risks. Like all
I
these
think.
games, everything that we've good.
Well, what I was gonna say, I'll let you finish, but you got to remember, uh, with Sony, this why it's a little bit different with Xbox because Sony, they main money makers right now is PlayStation, Nintendo. They're all about games. Xbox, their biggest market is not gaming. Gaming is like a side piece to them. Their market is more on software and hardware, like that type stuff.
Yeah,
So
mobile and all that.
yeah, so their biggest like money maker is not their primary focus is not gaming, and I think that's another thing why they have to like get rid of Scalebound. But you gonna finish?
Oh, yeah, no, I definitely agree. All I was gonna say was just to wrap it up was that like all of these games, like the reason that we're where we're at now is because back in the day, developers and producers and all these people they took chances on games that could have
Mm-hmm.
flopped. You know what I mean? Like, and I can quote a bunch of different like, not well not quote but reference a bunch of different things. But I mean, like we're all gamers here. Like it's the simple fact that games back in the day, it's especially way back, that was just like it was like, oh man, like that's an arcade thing. You know, you don't have to bring those home. Like
Oh,
that isn't even a thing anymore. You don't really go to the arcades to play games like that anymore. You know what I mean? That's just kind of like a side thing you do. If you play games, they're in the home and you play with your friends or play online. Like the entire culture has changed. The only way it's going to get better is by taking risks, by taking chances and putting yourself out there, spending a little extra money. There's been so many companies that's come along. They done came up, can't fell down, just started and then dropped, like flopped immediately. Like it's gonna happen. But
yeah,
like I feel like Microsoft is big enough that they can support any damage from one game. Like it's not even that serious.
If you have something, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? They've got a winning
Man,
strategy for themselves.
well they
So
say that.
hey, they're making
It's
money,
all
aren't they?
yeah, but it ain't just from Xbox. I'm talking about like for the people that are Xbox fans, fanboys and all that, like if they want people to spend more money on those products and to do more with them, like I mean, these past couple generations, like they've had people like the 360 did very well. Even I got a 360 for PS before PS3, but it's gonna stop eventually. People gonna realize there's not very many games coming out, and all my friends are also playing these other games, or they moved
mm-hmm.
on to something else. You know what I mean? You can only play Black Ops 3 and Infinite Warfare for so long on the Xbox before you realize that like there's more out there. You know what I'm saying? Especially as these younger gamers are getting older, like that stuff is going to end. They're going to want to do something different. So they got to bring
No,
out more.
not necessarily. Think about it. We were at that point, one point of our lives, but eventually we did grow out of it and moved on, and so will the people below us. But then there will be another crop of people who go in and take that same exact path that we did. So it's almost like an infinite number of people going on. Plus, you still have those older people that are still playing the game, no matter what. So, I mean, realistically, if you have that part of the market in your pocket, which arguably they probably do, that's
That
not
World
that
of
bad.
Warcraft shit, that's what it is.
Clearly.
It's that World of Warcraft shit. Like, I mean, like, let's be honest. Like, all of us, well, some of us, most of us, have dabbled in World of Warcraft at some point or another. A lot of people get
Nerds.
hooked.
Just kidding.
No,
Some people
I'm
stay
kidding.
on it.
no.
All I'm
No.
trying to get at is it's a tried and true formula.
Yeah.
I mean, like, they know
Yeah.
they're going to get new people. They know the people that are loyal are going to be there. So they don't have to necessarily create something completely new or different. They can just do more of the same. You know
Yep.
what I mean? Just change it up a little bit, and it's gonna work.
And if
I
it's
mean,
been,
and I understand that.
I love.
oh wow. But yeah, I at that point, like, I agree that I wish they had more story-based games, but at the same time, I can accept that they don't and just not have the console then. It's just not my thing. Not that it's a bad console by any stretch of the word, and not that it's 100% dedicated to multiplayer, but I'd rather just have a PC and work it that way.
Yeah, that's a big thing is another big thing is that they have the games on PC.
Oh
And
yeah.
even though there's games that I want to play, I just don't want to pay for it. And because there's Scorpio's coming, I don't want to pay for a brand new console just for like a couple games where I know I'm not going to play it no more.
Yep.
Yeah, they got to have a larger market, and like multiplayer is fun, but if you're not having fun with the multiplayer, the game is wasted. So having that be the focus, like, it's gonna be very hard to attract like new users to that experience. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And like
Yeah.
with Sony getting like all these people, first party, third parties, making all these things exclusive, coming out with all this crazy stuff, like, you gotta, yeah, they gotta make some changes if they want to turn this around. Because yeah, if their hardware is on point, that's cool. Some of the elitists is gonna be like, yeah, I got it because it's the best. But at the end of the day, PC is always gonna be the best, like, in terms of hardware. But people may say, yeah, mine's is better than yours, and may feel good about it. But if ain't nobody playing games on that console,
Mm-hmm.
all they can do is go to the internet and start talking shit. That's all they got left. You know what I mean?
And casual's not going to care about the most powerful console. They're going to go where everybody else is going.
Exactly.
And right now, the games, a lot of people are saying, tell you about the games. And that's where they're going. Going to where the games are at, what people are talking about.
Yep.
So I'm going to move to the next topic.
Cool.
So next one, this well, now let me talk about this first. So you guys remember when Facebook got sued, right, for the Oculus Rift?
Yes.
I briefly heard about it. I read up on it now, but I didn't really know about it before he messaged me.
It was
Okay.
hilarious.
Yeah, so that same company is now suing. Let me put it up here. Company is ZeniMax, by the way. All right, I'm gonna share this real quick, just for everybody else. So yeah, so there's a lawsuit that they won against Facebook. So now ZeniMax is now suing Samsung for the VR idea.
Yeah, I saw that. So,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I mean, if you read like the full article, there was like, I guess, like not insider trading, but like insider information
Hello,
gathering.
can you mute real quick?
Sorry.
All right, go ahead.
There was like some insider information gathering. So you had people that, I guess, worked for one company while one thing was going on, moved to another company, carried some of that stuff over. I mean, like, that all of that is kind of shady. And I mean, since they won it, obviously there was some kind of depth to it.
Mm-hmm.
And now going after Samsung for what they did after the fact, like, apparently they found out about this and was just like, fuck it, we're still gonna make it. I mean, like, I don't know. It's kind of a pickle. In terms of what I believe personally, like, hey, if you knew that stuff was messed up, then you should have came out and been like, hey, look, we'll be honest and do the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of what's best for business, if you know that you're the new, Oculus, the VR thing is going to be a big thing. You're trying to maintain your like a competitive edge, and you also want to be out there on the forefront. I mean, like whatever little bit of monies that you're going to have to cough up now, including development costs for the for the system. If you know that you can make that back, or you have an idea that you'll be able to make that back based off of how technology is, then they probably made a good business move by saying that we're going to do it anyway.
Yeah, I don't think Facebook didn't even care. That 500 million is not doing anything with Facebook money. Yeah. So that was like a win-win for them. It was like, all right, we give you this money and then move on. What I didn't like is you won this deal, and maybe because they didn't get as much money as they wanted, that's why they went after Samsung. That's how I'm viewing it.
Yeah, I kind of, that's exactly how I looked at it the first time too. I'm like, hold on, y'all just greedy as heck right now. Like, really? Yeah. There is no reason to just be going all the way out there. Like, you proved your point. Like, you were the ones that had the shit. Other people just kind of hopped on the bandwagon, got their stuff, and put their own stuff out. Like, I get it, but like now it seems like it's about the money.
Yeah, because Oculus came out. And it's like, hey, all right, we now going to say, hey, you guys came out with it. We know that you guys are probably the inventors of this VR stuff. So now, bam, your name is out there, and people know. I didn't even know who ZeniMax was until that lawsuit. Like, everybody knows who you are now. So just let it go. But hey, people know you are. Bam. But when they came out and was like, hey, we want to sue somebody else, because what's going to happen after this? Are they going to go after like other companies, people who made a VR after the Samsung VR? Like, how much money do they need?
Yeah. I mean, did they actually come out with any type of VR technology?
No, they didn't. They left because hold on. Does it say right here?
Because like
it was in one of the articles that said that one of the guys left the company and went to go work for Oculus. This one doesn't say it though.
Oh, well, all the same, if they didn't come out with anything, it's probably them just trying to get some of the benefits for technology that they started creating, and then somebody else did it and produced it and moved out, like, and just rolled it out. You know what I mean? They're trying to be like, hey, well, now we're already behind the curve. We need to get everything we can out of it. That's the kind of thing that it seems like based off of that. If they haven't produced anything, and it's like, I mean, like, if they're like, hey, you guys are competing with us and you took our stuff to prove that, then it's like, all right, street cred, got it.
But they didn't come out none. Yeah,
if you don't have anything in the works or didn't make anything happen and somebody else just took your shit and moved on with it, like, a smart business move would be to milk it for what it is. You know what I mean? And I get it. Do I agree with that? No. Do I feel like the whole situation is bad? Yeah. But I mean, like, at this point, they don't really have any options.
Yeah, I'm looking at if you see at the top, it said the parent company of Fallout and Elder Scrolls publisher Bethesda, which didn't even know that. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. They got money. They just want more.
I mean, they probably feel like they could have capitalized on this whole VR thing. Probably could have did some like exclusive stuff, especially like with their games and like other things, and then could have siphoned that out to other people for a price type stuff, and then could have made a killing. So they're just trying to get back some of the losses that they put into the technology. You know what I'm saying? Like what they lost.
Hey, that's their fault for leaving so early.
I mean, well, I won't necessarily say it's their fault for leaving. It's like it wasn't an individual that left, right?
That was.
Secretly brought Oculus and former ZeniMax employee Matt Hooper into id Software offices to develop an attack plan for mobile VR, which Oculus would later take to Samsung. So they're claiming that John Carmack, working at id Software or whatever, not brought that stuff over and then moved it over to Samsung as well.
All right, so somebody in the chat said that Carmack worked for ZeniMax, the creator of the Quake series.
Yeah. Yeah, I recognize the name John Carmack, especially working for Ed. Like he's fairly big, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah. So the fact that he was working with them, bounced out, moved on, gave it to somebody else, and then worked with another group of people after that. I mean, like that's kind of some shady shit. But at the same time, we don't really know all the details, so I can't be like, all right, you know, this guy needs to be, strapped up, hung up, put him on the cross. He's, bury him. He's garbage. Like I can't really do that because we don't know the details. But at the same time, if he was working with them on this software and they were planning on doing stuff with it, you kind of gotta maintain the integrity. Like, come on, man. Like you can't just do that. And now, if he was just like, "Hey, people are coming out with some crazy stuff. Y'all might want to keep y'all heads up," but I can't say nothing to maintain integrity. All right, I get it. Whatever. You working for new people. You just like, "Hey, look, figure y'all stuff out."
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like there's got to be some kind of integrity about the whole situation. Obviously, in the business world, there ain't none.
Hey, all I gotta say, I'm pretty sure they realized that VR took off, and it's like, oh, we only got 500 million, so we could get more than that, and that's what they went out and tried to get, and that's why they suing Samsung because they
I
want
mean,
more money.
yeah. I mean, obviously, it's been a huge success. Like everybody's got all these VR things now. PlayStation's got it. Like it's a huge thing. So they're trying to reap the benefits of the technology that they started with. Whatever, trying to figure out a way to make it happen. Because I seriously doubt that they have a way forward now to make VR be something that it isn't already on like multiple different platforms. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like they're probably already, like I said, way behind the curve. So there's no turning that around. So they're just trying to get whatever they can while they can, which is a smart business move.
Yeah, it is. Completely agree with that.
Again, that integrity though is like non-existent, but
Uh,
No, the business world's a nasty place.
yeah. All right, so we're gonna get to our last topic. Told you it's gonna be short.
Yeah.
So we were talking. Me and you briefly was going to talk about this, Randy. And that was has Party Chop ruined multiplayer gaming? So this is
Party
why.
chop?
Yes. So this is why I said this. I brought this up. Um, I forgot what game we were playing, but I was pretty much saying like how I like to actually talk to other people, like yell at them and yell at me. That's just how I am. I don't care about somebody yelling at me. It's people over the internet. If you think it's cyberbullying, that's you. But for me, I like to troll a little bit. I like people trolling me. It's all fun and game. But the thing is, with party chat, it takes everything away because I'm only talking to people that's in my party. So when I need to, like, let's say we're playing a multiplayer game, there's three of us and we got three more people on our team. I can't talk to them and be in a private chat. And I think that's kind of dumb, especially with tactical shooters where you only talk to people in your party, but not talking to everybody else in the lobby.
Are
But
we talking strictly with consoles or with PC as well?
PC is non-existent. Nobody
Exactly.
talks on freaking PC.
dude. That
No, that's not right at all.
Well, Player
People,
Underground is.
Yeah, I mean, how many times have I died in there and someone's like, "Yeah, I got you, bitch." I'm like, "Oh, really?"
the same poison that has been around since way back. Like I mean, like way back when multiplayer games first came out, like online especially. Like all the trash talking, all that stuff's migrated to everywhere. The difference between now and then is we have the technology that allows you to shut everyone else up and only have to talk to the people you want to. And because it's gotten so toxic, it's just easier just to shut people up right from the get-go and assume the worst.
But just talk shit to him. I'm a
Nah,
shit
you don't.
talker. I am a
Games,
shit
Annoying. I'll be
talker.
real. Like shit talking gets really annoying sometimes.
Nah,
yeah,
it never gets. It never. Shit talking
you're a
is not
different
gonna.
type. You do. You're a different type of gamer. Think, all
I
right, so you
love
got
it.
like a sports background. I have a very minor
I,
sports background,
maybe
but like
that's
that
it.
I've got
Maybe
none.
that's it.
competitiveness, Like all that, like, hey, you know, like, oh, you talking shit? All right, I'm about to show your ass up, and then talking shit to them. Like that's fine and all, but people take that to like the fucking a retarded degree. You'll join a game, they'll look at your level like you just started playing, and they'll just be like, "Oh, you're gonna be a piece of shit. You're garbage." And as soon as you dive, like, see, it's because you suck. And it's like I literally just started playing.
Yeah, that's when you just talk shit to those.
Or you just not deal with it.
Well, see, that's when you would start trolling them. But most people just want to enjoy the game with people on their team that they consider like, all right, we're you know, brothers in arms right now. We got to make this happen. Yeah, I'm doing terrible right now, but like I'm gonna get better the more I play. It's just like the nature of starting a new game. I don't play games 24/7. That's why a lot of casual gamers are casual, because they'll try an online game and they'll play for a little bit. Next thing you know, you got all these people just like cutting into them for no reason.
All right,
That's why no one wants to play League.
Let me answer Kiwi Pineapple real quick. So he says Party Chat made it more organized for people to play together. It gives plan coordination. It's a cluster where you have 64 people trying to coordinate. Now that I can understand, like playing Battlefield and having like the lobby chat, yes. But playing like say a squad of 6 people, I don't think that's a problem at all. 64 people, yeah, that's definitely a clusterfuck.
I mean, and that's why Battlefield has a system where you can join different squads of small teams and talk to those people. And in games like Call of Duty, you have a small little team of like 6 to 8 people or something versus the other squad. Like you have a small group of people. You can mute everybody else. But like, yeah, those type of systems are already in place. What I'm saying is a lot of people enter a lobby and just mute everybody just so they ain't got to deal with it. And then you don't make any friends. You don't have any contacts, people you can play with again. Like it cuts all of that out because you just don't even want to deal with that little 2-year-old over there. Well, 2-year-old, I'm sorry. The little kid over there, or even like the high schooler, in some cases, college students that be on there, and it's just talking mad shit over nothing.
So maybe I should clarify. I'm talking about shorter games like 6-on-6 or 10-on-10 max. I'm not talking about like big maps where it's like 30, 40, 60 people. I'm not talking about that. That will be a clusterfuck. But games like Destiny, the first thing people do is like, hey, I'm gonna invite you to a party chat. What I want to go in there, I want to talk. If I'm playing like competitively, I want to go in there and talk shit. Maybe that's just me because I played a whole bunch of Madden tournaments. That's what I'm known for, is playing Madden tournaments, playing NBA 2K tournaments, and that's all we do. Even back in the day, we played, you know, fighting games, some Mortal Kombat, some Tekken.
Yeah,
like, we talk
shit. That's all you could do. What were you gonna do?
Like
man, that was a good kick. Oh man, you really sacked my quarterback.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Like, no, you're not gonna say that. You're gonna get frustrated and be like, "That's right, I got something for your ass." Like, you know, that's just the nature of the competitiveness. But like in team-based games, you can't be competitive against your own teammates if you're gonna play as a team. Now, if you just like lone Rambo, I'm a god and whatever, like you can go ahead and be a dick. But most people don't want to play with that dick. Generally, people are that dick. Like, you know what I mean? It's just easier to avoid that. And I understand where it's coming from. There was multiple times nowadays at least, like ever since, I don't know, maybe like 2015, I would just enter lobbies and mute everybody and just call it a day.
Man,
I wouldn't even try.
Boring. That's boring to me.
I don't get bored. I enjoy playing the game. I focus on the combat. I look at how my teammates are playing and I just do the best I can with that. If I hear my teammates talking, hey, and I've done well in
that dick.
What?
No, in the chat.
Yeah.
He said that dick.
What? All right. Well, anyway. So yeah, no. Like what I'm saying is like, I just got in there and did what I had to do. But majority of the time, there'd be at least one dude like, "Hey, what's going on, guys?" And if he's chill, you'd be like, "Hey, what's up?" Not much, just chilling, blah, blah, blah. And then you start talking, then you start communicating. Next thing you know, bam, friend. You just get at it. Then you play more games together. Y'all do the same thing in another chat. Bam, it happens. The problem nowadays isn't necessarily about I mean, we already know it's established. People are toxic as fuck. That's
Yeah.
just going to be the nature of the beast. Like that.
Yep.
That's it. Like
That's
there's
the
no.
internet.
Yeah, that is what it is now. Like that's just the standard. If you ain't got some kind of toxicity about you, not competitive gameplay, just being toxic, then you probably gonna get shit on. It's just like how it is now for some reason. But all it takes is like that one dude to be like, "Hey, what's going on, guys?" Somebody else be like, "Hey, what's up?" I'm like, "Ah, nothing. Just trying to play. Like, what are y'all on? What are you doing?" Like, just start up a small conversation. Ain't got to be nothing crazy. And be like, "All right, I'm gonna call out what I'm doing. I'll let you know when I see enemies, and that's it. Just be simple, keep it basic, and I guarantee that somebody else is gonna be calling out their stuff. I'm like, oh yeah, I see a guy. He just came over. He's coming towards you, and then, like that's how it starts.
Yeah, no.
That is how it starts.
No. No,
And no,
it's not.
It works. It
No,
depends on what
it
community
doesn't.
you in.
No, it doesn't. Okay, I'll put it to you this way. Most in-game chat, in most of the games. Let's take Players Unknown for example. Let's just take that. Say you have a random, you squad up with random people. I never, and most of the people I play with don't ever use the in-game chat because when you die, it's so much easier to be on Discord and just tell people what's going on once rather than when you die, you can't say anything to any of your live teammates. And that happens more often than not. So
okay,
we just
I can understand on that.
That's a one instance case. Like you got to give me more.
We did the same thing in Counter-Strike. That's why we were in TeamSpeak. That's why we're usually in a alternate program which is why we don't use the in-game chat. We do it in Overwatch too. It's just one of those things where it's a lot easier to do it on a alternative program that's running in the background, vice the in-game one. It's nice that the in-game one is there, but if I don't have to use it, I'm not going to. Because
go ahead, sorry.
And I just don't want to use it. And most of the time, the in-game chat is never nearly as good as an offhand program that I'm using. Like it's just one of those things. Do we use the in-game chat when we play Players Unknown Battleground? No, we use Google Hangouts.
Because it makes no sense to have the open chat. Like, I'm talking about games that make sense, like Destiny or like
Call of Duty. Halo.
Well, Call of Duty, when you die, you can't ghost. So you're already at a tactical disadvantage. But if you're in a party, you can go ahead and tell people what just happened to you and where your enemy ran to through that chat.
You could do that in open chat too. Then you could talk shit.
No, not in open chat because your live players can't hear you. So you can talk shit to other people, but you can't be helpful to your team.
When was the last time you played a Call of Duty? Because you can definitely talk to just your teammates.
Even after you die.
Yeah.
But then again, Call of Duty is a respawn game. I'm talking about one where you die.
I'm talking about Search and Destroy.
In Search and Destroy, you can still talk to your teammates after you die. I don't believe that.
But you can't talk to them, but you can have another chat. But I still want to talk shit to the people that's in the lobby. Like if I get killed, I go to the people who all the people in the lobby. Like people are like, oh, I made this mistake, blah blah blah. Then you have people talking shit, like, oh, you sucked, I killed you, blah blah blah, or we're about to win. Like I like to do that. I like to talk shit. If somebody like somebody say some racist or anything, mute. Easy as that.
I don't even mute them. I just don't pay attention.
Well, you go to party chat anyway.
I mute the fuck out of people.
I only mute if you start like very racist. But even then, if you get racist, I don't always mute you because I wait till the next game, beat you, and then I was like, all right, how about this? How about you being racist now? You just got beat by me. That's
because you like confrontation.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't feel like that's going to change anything from them. That's why I'm like, what's the point of it? They're usually just doing it to be stupid. Just like half the people yelling China #1, they're just doing it to be dumb. So why give into that?
It's just fun to me. When people troll, it's fun. I love it. I embrace it.
I guess if
doesn't bother me.
Yeah, I mean,
It was a lot worse when I was in Italy because I had people over there who would like message you, especially back in Halo when they could just send you. That's when they first started the voice message, and that's that's when you're
China
like, all
number one.
right, yeah, China number one. But yeah, that's when it first started, and that's when I was like, whatever. People, I just messaged them back, and I just like just troll them back because I didn't care. I don't care about nobody's trolling me. I love it.
I just get tired of hearing it. That's
Yeah,
why.
playing the music in the background is fucking annoying.
Oh, wow.
I would mute.
Yeah,
I would
just read
mute
that.
the fuck out of you. That shit.
Yeah, that's pretty bad actually.
Example, Randy.
What's up? What's up?
Yes.
I'm about to mute you. Fucking playing that damn loud ass music.
When was I
need
playing
this
loud
music to
music?
play the game? Shut up. How about that?
Yeah, because you started complaining. He's like, "What's my music?" Like, dude, the shit is fucking loud. We can't even
Wait.
hear you.
Wait, what? When did this
You're
happen?
playing music on your speakers and we could hear you, and we're just like, when we like, could you like put your headphones on? It's like, well, I want to play the game with music. We're like, put your headphones on so you can hear your music and we don't have to hear
Yo,
it.
what game was this?
That was
Players
Players
Unknown.
Unknown.
Oh, really? It was?
Hell, dude, you don't remember shit.
No, I have a terrible memory. I'm not gonna lie. I don't really remember.
You probably
games.
drunk.
Not
you drinking?
necessarily.
Not necessarily.
I mean, like, I only remember things that I feel like are gonna be important for tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like just randomly playing video games. I don't really focus on
Yeah,
it.
you definitely played that shit loud as hell.
Yeah, you did. Me and
No, I apologize.
were you
Man,
drunk then?
maybe I don't know. I could have been. I don't remember a specific time.
It was the middle of the week.
I play video games and listen to music during the middle of the week. So it could have been that. I could have also been drinking, or I could have already drank. Who knows?
Yeah, but he's right. That shit pisses me off. As soon as I hear somebody playing that music, I mute you. Even when I used to play Madden, that was like people talking shit to me when I used to play Madden. Even people would say racist shit. That didn't bother me. But as soon as somebody played fucking loud music, I gotta listen to that shit. That annoyed the hell out of me. I would just mute you. And then they have sent a message like, "Hey, why are you muting? Why are you not talking?" I'm like, dude, because your fucking music is annoying.
I
understand it.
Yeah, I definitely hated that way back in the day. Like I said, immediate mute. Sometimes I'd enter a lobby, hear some loud music, be like, forget it, mute everybody. I'm probably not going to stick around in this group anyway.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was the last topic. I guess I can ask this question. Who's getting Call of Duty World War II?
I'll watch people play it for a bit and then determine if it's my cup of tea.
Yeah, it's not an instant purchase like a default. It's just one of those I'm gonna see.
All right, so I guess I'm the only one that's getting a day one for sure.
My God,
they better have a really good, solid story. I swear to God, the multiplayer is fine, but Jesus Christ,
I don't see how solid. You cannot fuck up World War II. I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure somebody can.
I feel like they could, but I think they can. That's why I'm like,
Battlefield did a decent job with World War I, where there was still some things that they should have hit on. A lot of gritty things, like those places that they should have explored. They definitely could have made it more personable instead of like the heroes of whatever. Like they could have made it a little bit more. Like there was a lot of.
Yo, what's up with that? That shit did not make sense. I did not expect that.
Like the first level that you play, when it's like, living is not guaranteed.
Yeah.
That literally should have been the whole game.
That's what I thought.
If you died too many times, you had to restart because there was nobody left. Like I would have been like, holy shit, this is real. Like then I would care about each individual soldier. I played through that campaign bored. I'm like, all right, let me hurry up, get through this.
I couldn't even complete the campaign. That shit was boring. I was like, you know what? I had to go straight to fucking multiplayer. I was like, this I did not expect that. I was expecting to like have a detailed story with that, because that's what they marketed.
At least that's how it felt. We don't. I mean, if we look back at their specifics, it probably wasn't what we thought it was. Especially looking back, 2020
Yeah,
hindsight. You know.
yeah. All right. Yeah, but hey, I told y'all this is gonna be a short podcast. Next podcast we're gonna go through our E3 predictions.
Oh boy.
Yo,
Yeah,
did you guys see that Destiny 2 trailer?
Oh yeah, we were
Yes.
supposed to talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot about that. Yeah. So, what do you guys think about that trailer?
Yeah. Well, no, it's not Destiny 2. It's Destiny DLC part whatever.
What?
That's how I feel about it.
Oh, okay. That's how you feel about it. Oh, yeah, yeah. That's how I feel about it.
Like,
I mean, we already know who's gonna be playing it anyway.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's a very specific few that are going to be like day one. This is going to be the greatest thing for what. I mean, they're going to have fun with it, however they have fun with it. But
Yeah.
I can't be that one.
Yeah,
I refuse. After Destiny 1, like, so bought the original game. I was like, all right, the DLC is coming out, and it was like, hey, yeah, you have to like rebuy the game to get the D. I'm like, what? Like, what are you talking about? So I gave up at that point. I was like, not even touching it. And then a couple years later, picked it up. Everything already came out, so I just bought it all in one bundle. I'm playing through, and I'm just like, yeah, just never really hit a chord with me like that. It was fun in the beginning before I realized I had to buy the game a second time. Now I'm just like, I really don't care. And I know they're gonna charge you 60 for the base game, where like you get like character sprites and you can kind of see the gun sometimes. There's no bullet animations. But if you pay for the DLC though,
mm-hmm.
if you pay for the DLC, they'll actually be like bullet animations. You'll see like bullets streaming across, whatever, and the background will actually render and stuff. Like that's how I'm looking. I've given up. I'm sorry. I'm salty about it.
Yeah, and also, yeah, Battlefield story always sucked. I just expected more for this one.
Yeah,
I
I
think a lot of
definitely.
people are.
Yeah, the way that it seemed like it would be, like it felt like it was gonna be like it was gonna be Call of Duty-esque, but deeper. Because
Yeah,
Battlefield's always had like a deeper idea to the story. They just haven't really been that good. You
yep,
know what I mean? So I felt like they were finally gonna hit that wicket, but they fell short like
yeah.
hardcore.
I was expecting a lot more this time, especially the marketing, because they marketed the single player a lot more than they used to in the past. Usually, it's all about the multiplayer. They market the most. This time, they market the single player as is the next great thing.
Yeah.
Hey, but hey, it worked. A lot of people bought it.
Yeah, that's true.
It was good for what it was. But Titanfall 2 was that at the time. I still don't understand that why they released Titanfall 2 and Battlefield that close together.
Yeah, and at least for so Titanfall had the better story. The multiplayer versus Battlefield's multiplayer, I mean, it wasn't the same. I mean, if they had released it at the same time as Call of Duty, it would have been terrible. But
yeah,
I mean, like, it's just they didn't really have much time, and like they didn't want to wait too late until like close to the next Call of Duty, I guess, type thing. I don't know.
that's just stupid.
It
They
was
was
just a
competing
bad.
against each other.
Yeah, it was a bad spot. It was just a bad spot, a bad point in time to release that game. Great game. The multiplayer was fun and it was different, but yeah, and it was varied enough, like more so than the previous one. And that was the thing. Like, that was the reason I thought that it would last, but it didn't last at all.
But people are still playing Titanfall.
Yeah, but not like initial release.
No, well, that's any multiplayer, but you still got your cult. I still can go in the game now and play Titanfall.
2, yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I might do that tonight before I go to sleep since it's a short freaking
Podcast.
Yeah. I got time. Got an hour.
Yeah. I'm gonna probably hop back on this Injustice.
All right. How is that, by the way?
Well, biased because I'm a fan of like this whole like I like comics, I like all the movies, all that stuff, blah blah blah. I played the first one a shit ton. So like I'm a fan of it. The combat is solid. It's very I want to say it's like more like Mortal Kombat-esque, I guess.
That's what I was thinking when I first saw it, and I was actually gonna buy it after seeing it, but I wanna see what other people think about it first before I buy it.
I mean, like, if you're in it for just playing like the combat, like playing games, like it's or playing like fighting games type stuff, it's really fun. As far as like the online community, it took me quite a while before I could get into an online match, and then even then, like it crashed out. Like either they dropped out or something happened. I was like, "What the hell?"
What are you playing on?
PS4, and that was the shitty part. Was like I'm on like the console. I'm not on PC where you would expect some things to be crappy. Like I was on the console, like, and it's just it wasn't that many people, or at least at the time. Maybe it was a time zone thing, but anyway, either way, like the combat is solid. The storyline is pretty good for what it is. I mean, like it's like a twist, I guess, of like traditional like superhero things. Things turn sour, and like yeah, it's really interesting. I don't want to spoil anything, so I would definitely recommend picking it up if you're a fan right off the bat. There's no reason not to. If you're into fighting games, it's a decent like pickup until the next, I don't know, Mortal Kombat or till Tekken or whatever. I think Tekken actually already came out, but yeah, it's a decent fighting game. But yeah, if you are just like randomly like, hey, that looks interesting, you probably aren't gonna play it long term. I'm gonna be honest with you.
All right, cool. Well, anybody else got anything they want to talk about?
No, I'm
nah.
good.
All the good stuff is gonna come with like the E3 predictions and
yeah, can't wait.
Oh man.
Yeah, as time goes on over the next, I'd say like give it like 2 weeks. Like I'm willing to bet a lot of stuff is about to happen. There's a couple different sites that's saying they're gonna do reveals, like early, like pre-reveal reveals,
snap.
and like I done heard all types of stuff.
Oh yeah, Red Dead's gonna be out there too. I guarantee.
There's one that I need. There's only one that I need, and I know it's gonna show there. God damn.
What's that?
Kingdom Hearts 3.
Long. You forgot long. It's not 2045. It's not 2045, man.
Damn it.
Hey man, they got to make a Kingdom Hearts 2.9, a 2.10.
God no.
And then before they release it, they're gonna go into the backstory of Xehanort Xemnas and how he came to be.
Oh my God!
You know what I mean? They gotta go back. They gotta hit that real quick.
So E3 is June 13th through the 15th.
Yeah, I'm expecting the week before a whole bunch of stuff is gonna happen. So we should definitely do our podcast like that weekend before.
Honestly, hey, what day is that conference?
Wait, what?
Oh, that's
you
gonna
said
be on
June 13th. June 13th.
Yep.
It starts on the 10th, I thought, through the 13th.
Well, I'm talking about the conference.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
Because the media is gonna be there during that time.
Yeah. Just remember, the 15th is when we go bye.
Yeah, no. That's why I was saying we should do it like that week, like before it actually kicks off.
Oh, the 3rd. Wait.
No, like on the what is this? The 4th?
You talking about the 9th or the 10th, something like that?
No, the 4th, right?
The 4th is Sunday, yeah. Of June.
Yeah,
so that's gonna be our next podcast. Yeah, that's our next podcast.
Yeah. All right, cool.
Grub Lord.
Hey, you can't count 2 weeks from now.
Jeez, man.
I definitely can.
Are you drunk right now?
No.
All right. Yep. So June 13th through 15th, E3 prediction. Next podcast on June 4th. All right. So get your outros.
Bye, guys.
Yep. It's Damon X22. It's been good. Thank you for joining us.
At least you didn't say we know what it is, because we don't know what it is.
We do know what it is.
Hey, he
It's
has
all
a
about
video
those
now.
games.
He got a video now. He's in there.
Oh,
I tell you, from 3 years from now, he's gonna look back at that first video and he's gonna be like, man,
this was
that was
absolutely
horrible.
Shut up.
Yo.
He's gonna like, what the fuck was this?
Man, that's how I
20
felt
minutes
about
long?
the
What's
last
wrong with me?
podcast.
What was I thinking? 20 minutes long. My God.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm Tony, the host. This will be uploaded to SoundCloud. Also, Discord. Gonna have a Discord coming soon, so see how it is. And I'm working on a new format for the podcast, so it won't be looking like this. Just gotta work on some other things. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and we catch you guys later.
Later, guys.
Peace out.